white straw hat. Imagine this and imagine that. My name is Jack, my guitar on my back. I've been to many places, seen a lot of faces, something new to share with you. Let's explore a thing or two. Read along, sing along
to the man with the white straw hat.
Hello, I'm Jack Grunsky. I'm the man with the white straw hat. Hi, welcome. So I'm looking out the window here because you know what? Sometimes I get a visitor. And it's a raccoon. She comes and climbs up the tree and comes over and sits on that fence, or sometimes on this one over here. Well, there she is. The raccoon on the fence looking in to see what I'm doing. I drew a picture of this raccoon, and I think I'll call her Mrs.Tuckaway. Here's a song. Mrs. Tuckaway, Mrs. Tuckaway, she lives in my backyard. She gathers and recycles things, and she works so very hard. Mrs. Tuckaway is an old raccoon. She lives in my backyard. She makes her home in the old oak tree, and she works so very hard. Whoa, Mrs. Tuckaway, what have you found today? Turn something old into something new, and use it in a brand new way. Use it in a brand new way. Mrs. Tuckaway, Mrs. Tuckaway, she lives in my backyard. She gathers and recycles things, and she works so very hard. Mrs. Tuckaway is an old raccoon. She lives in my backyard. She makes her home in the old oak tree, and she works so very hard. Whoa, Mrs. Tuckaway, what have you found today? Won't you take a look in your lofty nook for something we could use to play? Something we could use to play. Thank you, Mrs. Tuckaway. Mrs. Tuckaway, she gathers and recycles things. Well, we can recycle something. How about we make some toys, some sound makers, instruments. For example, I have some keys here. This is a key chime that I made many years ago. I strung up all the keys, and these of course are recycled keys. They don't open any locks that I have in where I live, but I've collected them over the years, and I strung each one up with a string and fastened the string to the dowel, to the wood. So we have a key chime, and it makes a very magical sound. The wind in the trees or waves on the shore. What else can we make? Well, how about a shaker? You can make a shaker by recycling old things that you might toss in the garbage. Here's a plastic container. I think it had some raspberries in it at one point. So let's open this up. We'll fill it with nutshells, pistachio nutshells. Close the lid and let's hear what that sounds like. Here I have a little container that had some vitamin pills or something in it, and I filled it with rice. I'll show you. Okay, so it's full of rice. Pour those back in, close the lid very tightly, and now I'll shake it. That's a very soft sound. More musical instruments or sounds. When I visited Africa many years ago, I brought this beautiful shaker back with me, and these are all seed shells. It comes from the Kalahari Desert. They're fastened with string, and when you shake them, they make this sound. So you can find a lot of natural sounds outside in nature. These are also seed pods, very big ones, and the seeds rattle inside, and when you shake these, they make a great sound too. Nature's maracas. You know, raccoons are scavengers, aren't they? Here she is again with a treasure chest full of stuff. Shall we explore some art? For example, a collage. That's when you paste different things on to make a picture. Here's one that I made, and I used textiles, little pieces of cloth or fabric, some paper, tinfoil, and all sorts of different materials, and just created a design or a picture to make this art composition. And this piece of art became the cover of a CD of mine. It was called Waves of Wonder. You might want to try making some box art. I put all sorts of things inside these boxes, decorated them, painted them, and just let my imagination go. Whatever came to mind, I stuck inside to create some kind of a picture. That one's called Love You. And this is called The Key to the Universe. Here's a big vent for a stove. Well, I took it home and I created this piece of art. My partner, Herta, she loves to make things. She's great at sewing, and she recycles materials all the time. Lately, she's been making some little critters for our grandchildren, recycling old pieces of cloth and filling it with rice or beans or quinoa. I'm not sure exactly what Herta puts inside. Well, that was it for today, and I hope that you keep recycling, just like Mrs. Tuckaway. See you next time, everyone. Bye-bye. Mrs. Tuckaway, Mrs. Tuckaway, she lives in my backyard. She makes her home in the old oak tree, and she works so very hard. Mrs. Tuckaway is an old raccoon. She lives in my backyard. She gathers and recycles things, and she works so very hard. Oh, Mrs. Tuckaway, what have you found today? Turn something old into something new and use it in a brand new way. Use it in a brand new way.